Hello, this is Ryan with Deepwood Handcraft. What do you want, kitten cat? Come on now. Hello, this is Ryan with Deepwood Handcraft, bringing you this video today from a winter wonderland here in Alaska. We have about 4 feet of snow on the ground currently, which is fine because I did pray for such a thing. I was just hoping maybe it would come a little earlier in the season. But I guess you can't complain for getting what you ask for, so I won't. Makes travel a whole lot easier with the snow machines to have smooth trails. And just to show you, this is our road in and out currently. And it is a snow machine trail. The ridges in the trail are from the sled that we pull behind the machine. And I pretty much just leave my sled on my machine year round. Or at least winter round. For bringing stuff in and out and all that. So, good trails are very important in the winter. Otherwise it's miserable traveling in and out. And also the more snow we have on, the more the trail gets packed down, the longer it lasts, tend to break up in the spring, which is equally important because come breakup time, the trail is a nightmare of frost heave and mud. And frost heave is caused by when we pack the snow down, it doesn't insulate the ground as much. The cold air freezes the moisture in the ground, and then it pushes itself up, and you get about a foot of ice crystals underneath the dirt. And those like to just collapse randomly as they melt, so your trail is just terrible in breakup. Well, that's okay, we deal with it. Price of living out here, and it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, a bunch of rambling aside, in the last video at the end I said the very next video would be the tutorial, if you will, and that was my full intention. I haven't edited that video yet, and this video is kind of a quick had-to sort of thing, so I'll get that other video edited and up as soon as possible. So instead I'm going to make this video and put it up first because I kind of have to. So today's video we're going to be taking a look at these two pretty much identical original CanteenShop pouches. These two are available for sale all of a sudden because the customer emails me last minute and tells me he would rather have a refund for whatever reason. I'll honor that. These become available immediately. Okay, so these belt pouches are, the body and the pockets are hot waxed French bull, which gives it a nice stiff but still pliable and usable finish. These pockets are just designed with a friction closure, and they're sized about for a DC4 sharpening stone, some lighters, a little fishing kit, whatever you want to put in there. It's kind of just a small accessories pouch. Then it just closes up. And this system works pretty well. They'll stay closed, especially if you have stuff in it. So it's fairly primitive. Loop and toggle. Underneath the front flap is a extra little pocket here that you can put some flat stuff like maybe some first aid kit stuff, Fresnel lens, fire starting, flint and steel sort of stuff. And then it's just a large pocket as the main compartment. Antler toggles. So a little backstory on these pouches. Way back when I was first getting started, the hot wax fishing kit was the first thing that I had sold, and that went to a fellow out in California, a police officer in Orange County, I believe. And he commissioned a pouch. He wanted a first aid pouch made out of the same stuff that rolled up on itself, and so we made that. And then he showed that stuff around at a dirt time gathering in California, where Rob Simpson got his hands on it, and then he contacted me and commissioned, and we worked back and forth until we had come up with this original CanteenShop pouch. Eventually we kind of worked into something a little more simple, a little more affordable for him to sell in the store, because these take a long time to make. This is a process, and I'll show you some of that in the other clips in this video for the hot waxing and all of that. But as you can see, it's quite a few layers, sewn and double stitched, and this is not an easy pouch to make. But I think this is probably one of my favorite bow pouches, just for the look and feel and functionality. And I mean, this thing is bomb proof. If you take care of it, this is going to last forever. I can remember sitting in my living room in our small farmhouse in Kentucky that we were renting, and the fellow that talked me into moving up here was somebody I went to high school with in Michigan, and long story short, a bunch of them ended up here in Alaska, and he was coming through on a visit for his sister in Florida, and so they stayed at our place, and we were in the middle of a production run of these for Rob, and he picks this thing up, puts it in his hand, and says, this feels real. And I say, it is real. And I think that kind of is an expression of the attitude a lot of people have towards some of this leather gear. This is real. This isn't novelty. This is actual gear. It's going to last. Ian Atkinson has a really great YouTube channel with just loaded with tutorials on how to do stuff. Once upon a time he said, why would you dip your leather in beeswax? You might as well work with Kydex. No. That's not the same thing. These are all natural materials. It's leather. It's dipped in beeswax. It's treated with Obanoff. This isn't plastic. This is leather. Different leathers can have different finishes. I appreciate Ian Atkinson's YouTube channel. And if you want to learn how to do some leather stuff, you can pop all over there. He's got some great tutorials. But I don't really agree with his opinions on a lot of things. And that's okay. That's why we have America. Because he's in Europe, in England, actually. We disagreed with him once upon a time. Greatness was the result. Greatness. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so these two original CanteenShop pouches are for sale. These are brand new. This is not old stock. I just finished these a day or two ago. Now hold on to your seat. These are $250 a piece. $250 US plus shipping for one of these. If you want to buy them both, maybe we could bring that down a little bit, but I don't really want to. So two people just buy one each. Now, of course, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So, if you want one of these pouches, you should buy one for yourself and let somebody else buy the other one, because you're going to need some money to buy your significant other Valentine's Day something or other. So you probably ought to go on and pick this up now so you can recoup your funds in order to get a box of chocolates or some roses or whatever dumb thing for Valentine's. We don't really celebrate Valentine's at my house. Maybe I should. Maybe I will this year. It'll be a surprise. Except that she'll hear me say that 52,000 times while I'm editing this video, so it won't be a surprise. So maybe I won't. Or maybe I will. You never know. This stuff does tend to get a little bit harder in the cold and a little bit softer in the warmth. But it's good stuff. I like it a lot. So, next video, Lord willing, will be a tutorial like I said it would. Otherwise, I need to sell these pretty quick. So, short video. Scoop these up, they'll go super fast. Probably before I wake up tomorrow, these will be sold if I upload this video tonight. But maybe not. So check on it. You're going to have to email me and ask me because I don't have my website up yet. I just don't have time for it. I don't have time to mess with my website just yet. I'm not sure when I will. I just don't have time for it. I don't have money to pay somebody else to do it either. It's one of those things. But in the meantime...